In this episode, we're going to focus on how technology can be used to create leverage in your business. Not all situations or circumstances warrant the use of technology, but when the opportunity is available, you certainly don't want to miss it. Are you ready to nail down a win on stage 29 of this year's Tour to Profit? Let's get into it.
Welcome to Why Business Teams Fail and How to Avoid It, a show helping small business owners build a radically engaged team that can run the business without you so you can remove the stress from owning a business and enjoy the freedom you deserve. Now, here's your host, Rich Allen.
Today you'll learn that technology solutions can be some of the most impactful improvements a business can make. That not all technology opportunities are the same. Some require limited investment and are very changeable, and others are quite expensive and lock you into a fixed process. And that if you follow a simple 7-step process when considering technology changes, you'll avoid making costly mistakes. Here's my question for you this week. Have you systematized your processes through the use of technology? So before we dive into today's discussion, how did you do on defining and documenting your people processes? Did you find some time last week to put in place some systems to improve the function and capabilities of your team? I sure hope so. This week, we're going to tackle the final stage of the leverage region. Stage 29 is focused on using technology to improve efficiencies and consistencies in your business. This is an important stage in building leverage into your business, important from two aspects: the absolute impact that technology can have on your processes, and the investment required to introduce technology into your system. Because of the importance and impact, you must pay close attention and focus this week. Let me start by sharing two different types of technology that most businesses use or consider using. The first is software-related technology. This technology is more easily adapted to different situations, can be modified or adjusted with little difficulty, and may even be available in a free or low-cost version, which allows you to test its application before making a significant financial investment. The second is hardware-related technology. This includes physical machines or equipment that replace or reduce the need for humans to do assembly, production, packaging, or other physical tasks. These hardware-related technology solutions are often costly and take time for them to be developed, built, and installed. Oftentimes, it requires changes in the work area, including electrical wiring, plumbing, and structural capabilities. Today, I want to help you think through the more challenging technology, the hardware-related investments. Here's why. Because when the technology opportunity is hardware-related, it may not always be the best answer to improving the processes in a business. In fact, the implementation of hardware solutions can oftentimes be the absolute wrong thing to do for a business. That's why if you're considering investing in technology, it's first critical that you have a clear view of where you want to go and why the technology solution is necessary. Many business owners look to technology first, rather than doing everything possible to improve their processes without using technology. When technology solutions are introduced too early, the outcome is often locking in a bad process. Think about it for a minute. When you use technology, you're oftentimes hardwiring the process that's currently being used in the business. What if the process that's being used has not been optimized? What if there are flaws in your current processes? What if your processes are not as efficient as they should be? If any of these situations are true, then you're simply hardwiring those flaws and inefficiencies into your business. Rather than start with the technology first, I suggest you spend some time mapping out your current processes that you want to improve. I prefer doing this with a team of people using a tried and true method of sticky notes. Sticky notes work great to document each and every step of your process on a wall, making sure that you have many different perspectives and views of the process involved in the mapping exercise. Then, ask everyone to step back from the wall of sticky notes and identify all of the specific areas where the process is currently inefficient, has obvious waste, where delays occur, where costs are too high, or where there are too many people required. Work from your sticky note wall to redesign your process on paper first. Allow everyone to share their views, opinions, perspectives, and suggestions. Take everything into account. Don't think you know everything, because oftentimes you don't. Bringing a good cross-section of people into your process mapping exercise, perhaps even a customer or supplier as well, will ensure their buy-in and acceptance of any changes that get made. My experience has been that if you go through this exercise first, you'll always find a better way to do what you're currently doing, no matter what part of your business or service you're addressing. Once you've identified improvements, take the time to prove them out, not weeks or months, but hours or days. Do it quickly, before the enthusiasm for the effort goes away. This hands-on approach will no doubt uncover some additional tweaks and changes to your ideal process. Only once you've gone through these steps should you entertain the thought of a technology solution. Remember, once you make the investment in technology, you'll be living with your decision for a long time. Maybe not because you want to, but because you'll feel the need to due to financial investment required by the technology. With your new process map in hand, you're in a better position to know exactly what functions and features you will need your technology solution to solve. You'll be able to measure the outcomes more effectively and will know the outcomes with more certainty. Many times, at this point, the use of technology can move you ahead of your competition by leaps and bounds. So don't shy away from considering technology, but do it knowing there's significant upfront work required to get the results you're expecting. So here's a simple 7-step process to work through this week. Number 1, find the critical processes in your business that you believe could be game changer if you introduced a technology improvement. Number 2, gather the key players who are familiar with this process into a process mapping session. Number 3, map the current process on the wall using sticky notes. Number 4, identify improvements that could and should be made. Number 5, test the new process ideas over a period of a couple of days. And number 6, revise the process map. And lastly, number 7, use the new process map as your specification tool for the technology solution. Go through this sequence at least once. I guarantee that if you do, you'll find there's gold in the improvements you'll find even before you put your process on steroids through the use of technology. Technology solutions can set you apart, but you must follow a protocol to ensure you're making a wise investment and not simply a hasty expenditure. Good luck using this methodology. As we wrap up today's podcast, let me leave you with these simple thoughts. Number 1, if you have the opportunity to utilize software technology such as AI and other machine learning solutions in your business, you should certainly put the effort into learning about it, then applying them where possible. Number 2, when you're confronted with the option of introducing hardware-related technologies into your business, be sure you have identified the optimum processes first. And number 3, using a simple 7-step process to first optimize your process steps will save you from locking in an inefficient process. If you'd like some additional support as we ride this Tour to Profit race or want to tap into our free resources, simply go to my website, tourtoprofit.com. You'll find everything you need there. Thanks for joining me today. Be sure to tune in next week when we're going to discuss Stage 30, 7 keys to a winning team. You won't want to miss it. Now, go make it a great week, and whatever you do, ride hard.
Thank you for listening to Why Business Teams Fail and How to Avoid It. Make sure to like, subscribe, and tell your friends so you don't ever miss an episode. Now go make it a great week, and whatever you do, ride hard.